Oh, see, that's the same thing. You better not start with now because you know she's playing.
Yeah. Ken Dorset. Hey, boss. What you expecting tonight, Ken Dorset?
Excitement, fun, hard-hitting issues and speakers. We gonna mash them up.
They don't know they lose. They don't know. They come to the CI event. And look what chicken. They scared. They scared. They scared. Ain't no chicken yo. Hey, what time it is? What time on my clock? 7:37. And look at the car. Look at the people. Oh Lord, poor Charlotte.
You wanted to see.
What you gonna expect to happen tonight?
Oh, this is an Andre Rollins event, so this event is gonna be fun-filled. The Fort Charlotte citizens can look forward to a good representative.
Andre Rollins.
Andre Rollins.
Okay, just like a job.
Tonight I want to clarify a few things. Tonight, that's been a part of the propaganda of the folk on the other side. You see, every time we remind them of how good things were under the PLP, they always have this one rebuttal. They said that the PLP ruled in the years of milk and honey. You see? But how often they easily forget? Because when the FNM left office in 2002, we were blacklisted. Our dollar was on the verge of being devalued. And our national debt was more than $2.4 billion. When the PLP took over, we had to deal with that, and we had to deal with the fact that we had a 9/11 incident. But PLPs, I ask you, does that sound like milk and honey to you? I want to see my brother, Dr. Andre Rollins in Fort Charlotte PLPs. Don't let these guys swing you. They're good with talking. Don't let them swing you. Remember their record on crime. Remember their record on jobs. They don't believe in jobs for you. They believe in jobs for other people. Remember their record on the economy. When they come in and run up another $2 billion of debt in 4 years. Almost the same amount it took us 34 years for the government to run up. They run up in 4 years. And how did you benefit? You didn't. Remember their record on just completing our projects and calling it their own. Be strong in your faith. Understand what you're fighting for. And I want to leave you with something I want you to think about very carefully. This election in Fort Charlotte is one of the most important elections in the Bahamas. And I want you to understand why. I want you to understand why very carefully. First, because the FNM is going to lose. We know they're going to lose. They know they're going to lose. That's why they won't call the election. They know. Just ring the bell. And the brother, if you don't know how to ring the bell, Mr. Ingram, you reach out, you grab it, and you do like that. That's all you do. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? I want all the young people to talk now. I don't want to hear the old people. Let me hear the young people. Are you ready? Come on, are you ready? Tonight, I am honored to be here with a message from the people of Bain Town and Grantstown. But you know, Mr. Ingram decided that he wanted to corral all the PLPs together, so he gave me Farm Road, he gave me part of St. Cecilia, but it don't matter what he give me. We are going to
try to easy, pressing one money, me got the pressure reaching, I see last up, see the funny stuff, come if they run check, and they can bring me up freezing, 7 times that I will come with up freezing, work all week, are you, PLP, if you're in a dead body, jump up away, second, just stand out, if you get a youth, you have to leave, people stop work, stop friends, but we go on the corner, you know, push on, you know,
Boy, listen, that's, I understood expect anything better coming from the lips of a Papa Clown. Now let me get to something specific. He speaks particularly of Samuel Mighty Knowles. Why choose him from among the many clients that I have represented? I have represented persons charged with similar offenses who are Hubert Ingram's close friends and constituents, whom he recommended to me because of my lawyering skills and because of my knowledge of the law. Why not call their names? Why does he speak about others? You know, I want to tell him something. Samuel Mighty Knowles never confessed to be a drug smuggler. And he's presently serving time and is appealing his convictions in the United States. On the other hand, a confessed drug smuggler is being facilitated and entertained by Papa Clown and his circus of friends. I tell you that now. And I want to say it loud again. Papa Clown is a confessed drug smuggler. Is being facilitated and entertained by Papa Clown and the circus today. In fact, Papa Clown has been rewarding this individual. Right? He was given the rights to operate a fixed-base operation. You know what that is? To operate his own private terminal in North Eleuthera Airport with others. And he, the same person, was recently sworn in as a justice of the peace, right, with the blessing of Papa Clown, Hubert Ingram. That person is Abner Pender of Spanish Wells. Come to the House of Assembly any day when we meet. Right, you'll see him there, fraternizing, right, with Papa Clown and his clowns as I tell you, in the smokeless room. Right, that's what it is. Right, his name, I tell you how the book, that's the book I have. His name, about his confession, is recorded in this book. The 1984 Commission of Inquiry report. It is in the book. And let me say something else, Papa Clown. This book also speaks about Gorda Key. Perhaps Papa Clown may wish to tell us more about this Gorda Key. Papa Clown, your memory may be long, but so is mine.
PLP politicians appreciates that one of the dangers of a failing public school system is the creation of a social underclass that is prone to crime, violence, and dependence on the government. We cannot have a diversified economy that benefits Bahamian workers unless there is a locally skilled labor pool. And the PLP's economic program called Career Path Academies will seek to expand technical and vocational training and apprenticeship opportunities for 15,000 young people each year. A major threat to financial security, ladies and gentlemen, and economic empowerment is serious illness. There is no illness causing more fear and hardship in our country today than that of cancer, particularly breast cancer in our women. Bahamian women are being diagnosed with breast cancer earlier in their lives and more frequently, with a much more aggressive form compared to most women around the world. And we must continue to ask the question, why? We must also question whether Bahamian women feel well served by a government that decides to spend $600,000 on a political event disguised as an opening for our national stadium, instead of spending $500,000 on a badly needed mammogram machine for the Princess Margaret Hospital. I stand with you to be counted. I have joined you, and I am proud. We shall walk through the valley undaunted, and we shall all shout out loud, PLP! PLP!
tenacious, he's talented, and he's part of a leading edge for change in our country. Let me ask you tonight, are you ready for change? Are you ready to take your country back? Are you ready to build a safer and more prosperous Bahamas? We intend to spend all of our time developing solutions to our problems of crime and unemployment. We need to give our people hope again. Let me hear you say hope and help. Let's say hope and help are on the way. That's right. And it's coming soon. Not very long. In addition to giving our people peace, we need and hope. We need to give, truly now, bring peace amongst us. See, there has to be some kind of understanding on the part of the government of the day that you can't just keep on fooling people day in and day out. Talking about Greg Davis as a lawyer, doing this and doing that. Talking about Perry Christie, and you and I got his water talking. I know tonight, wherever he is tonight, he's talking about Perry Christie. I got his waters running deep. But listen, we have to try to tell this FNM over and over repeatedly. And that's why you find that I'm not up here talking without notes. I'm not up here jumping around, because I want the Bahamian people to know this is serious. Where are we going? And how are we going to get there? Every one of you, when you leave here tonight, should be asking yourself that question. And the PLP is the only party that is putting forward solutions to where we're going and how we're going to get there. So we need to bring peace in our country again. We can't do this unless we have a concentrated assault on crime and the scourge of unemployment. But the FNM does not want to talk about crime, and they don't want to talk about jobs. Everything but those things.
Shortly thereafter, he suffered a gunshot wound to his thigh as a result. Now, according to a source, let him bring his family in first.